Hey, happy Video Friday. It is story time. I've got some surprises for you. Come check it out. Okay, so Video Friday today is going to be story time. I have two excerpts from my very first book. Well, one excerpt from my very first book, and then I will have a small sample of my work in progress, which is Fortuity. But I need to set the mood, so I'm going to use my fireplace app here. And so you can just pretend we're doing story time by the fireplace, even though I don't have a fireplace anymore. And it's 70 degrees outside, but it sets the mood. So Tracy Parker in my Jonesies group, one of my longtime fans who has read all of my books starting from book one, Holding You, which is her favorite, requested that I do a vlog where I read part of her favorite scene for everyone else. So just a slight setup into this if you have not read it. We have Addie has flown to New York on Christmas to visit Quinn, and Addie and Quinn's relationship is really quite new. What she doesn't expect when she gets to his condo is that he's going to be there having dinner with his entire family, and she doesn't know anything about them and they don't know anything about her. And there's this moment where they sit and they have dinner for a while and they kind of make up reasons why she's there and don't really explain the truth about their relationship. But the best part is when Quinn fesses up and explains why she's there, but most specifically what she means to him. So that is what this is. This is Quinn catching her right before she goes out the door. Her back's to him. She's got her hand on the knob. She's getting ready to leave. All of the other family's over at the dinner table. And he stops her and he says some amazing things. So here we go. Addie, her friends call her Addie. Stopped in my tracks, I felt paralyzed. Unable to turn around, I closed my eyes and just listened with my heart lodged in my throat. She's an amazing vegan chef. She has her own restaurant, the Sage Leaf Cafe. She's caring and nurturing. She's smarter than everyone in this room combined. I love that some days she smells like rosemary and basil, and other days she's a sweet mix of mango and coconut. The purr of pleasure that escapes her when she's eating chocolate brings me to my knees. When she smiles, it stretches to her eyes and lights up the room. Her eyes are the most mesmerizing depths of blue, and I could spend eternity lost in them. She's beautiful, delightful, elegant, exquisite, charming, divine, captivating, gorgeous, stunning, bewitching, admirable, and a million other inadequate words. Her art is pure and honest, and I know lying to everyone today is killing her. She's in New York to see me, to be with me, and I don't know why, because I don't deserve her. There's an injured soul inside that beautiful body, and it rips my fucking heart out to see that I have caused her further pain. And if she walks out that door, I won't be able to breathe. Sigh. That's my Quinn. So you have to check out my Latin Sex God if you have not. These are my sex books, by the way. My first books. Just wanted to see if I can write sex. Spoiler alert, I can. Okay, so let's jump into my second excerpt of Storytime today, which is Fortuity. It is book 3 in the Transcend series, but it will be a standalone. So if you haven't read Transcend and Epic, first of all, what the hell, read them. But if you just don't, for whatever really weird, insane reason, you can still read this when it comes out as a standalone. So I'm going to give you a little excerpt from this, and this is kind of the meet cute between Nate, who is my male character in this book, and my female character, Gracelyn. And Gracelyn has inherited a 10-year-old, her nephew, because her brother and his wife died, and so now her life has been turned upside down. They have just decided to rent part of a beach house, and her and her nephew Gabe are heading out onto the beach to look at the water. And their neighbors just so happen to be Nate and his 10-year-old daughter, Morgan. So that's the setup, and we'll jump in here. Let's see. I continue toward the water, stopping just before reaching the wet sand to roll up the legs to my jeans. Hello? The young, wavy-haired blonde girl trudges through the sand toward me. Hi. I plant my hand at my forehead to block the sun from my eyes. What's he doing? She nods toward Gabe. Are you living in that house? My dad and I just got here. We're staying for 3 months. Then we're moving to Madison. That's in Wisconsin, where I was born. I'll start real school, well, public school this fall. I'll be in 5th grade for now, but my dad says I might be too smart for 5th grade. I don't know how he knows that since I've never been in any grade. Wow, okay, she's quite talkative. Good with words, and not like my nephew, who tends to stumble over words, stutter occasionally, and squeaks and speaks, and grunts and shrugs. It's possible she's a little advanced for 10, but I know only one other 10-year-old, so the comparison isn't the best. That's my nephew, Gabe, and yes, we're renting the top floor of Mr. Hans's house. Gabe will be in 5th grade this fall too. But what's he doing? She wrinkles her nose and stares at him through squinted eyes. He's playing a game on his phone. Oh, her head jerks back and she widens her blue eyes at me. Do not let my dad see him on that. He abhors technology. Abhors? Definitely not a 10-year-old word. I don't abhor it. My gaze snaps to the deep voice and, Jamie! Not really James Alexander Malcolm Mackenzie Fraser, Jamie from My Obsession Outlander, but his doppelganger. Why? I retired from men. A series of unfortunate events forced me into early retirement. Death, cheating, Houdini at the altar. I'm lucky like that. Now, I window shop, but never purchase. I don't even try stuff on anymore. Neighbor Jamie's wavy dark ginger blonde hair that's the color of sand at sunset ruffles in the wind, and his bronzed skin nearly blinds me because he's not wearing a shirt. My full lips pull into a tiny welcome. Hello, Sasanic, he whispers. Okay, not really, but I'd love to hear him say it. Hi, I'm Nathaniel Hunt, Morgan's dad. His American accent tramples my Scottish fantasies as he holds out his hand. If I lick his hand, will it be weird, too desperate, too personal for a first-time encounter, too immature for 41? Probably. Graceland. I shake his hand like I'm mad at it, and I am. I'm so pissed off that he's my neighbor for the next 3 months. Where was he when I needed him during my active sexual prime, before my ban on all men? Really, I demand an answer. He narrows his eyes a bit just before I release him. Then he quickly recovers with a smile. Morgan, I clear the anger from my throat. Well, Morgan and Nathaniel, it's nice to meet you. Gabe is my nephew, but... Here it is, the awkward moment. Please tell me this will get easier. I don't want to spend forever explaining our relationship to everyone we meet. Yet, it requires some explanation. His parents died, so he's with me now. I guess the answer is yes. Yes, like someone in a wheelchair explaining a million times how they ended up in a wheelchair. It sucks explaining it. It sucks that it happened. Oh my God! Morgan's hand flies over her mouth. My mom died while giving birth to me. I never knew her. It's so hard to miss her. Clearly, I'm great at this. But he must be completely heartbroken. I can't imagine what I would feel like if my dad died. I force a smile. It is sad, but he's hanging in there. You should go introduce yourself. I bet he'd like that. Oh, her hand falls from her mouth as my telephone rings, because this is real life story time. I think it rings 3 times before it goes to messaging. Maybe 4. Maybe it rings all day. She hikes up the beach towards Gabe. Nathaniel bites his lip in a slight cringe. She's very talkative. I can see that, and she speaks like a grown-up. I can't find a great place to put my hands, so I try to shove them in my front pockets, but I'm a bit bloated with my impending menstrual cycle, so it's a tight squeeze. We stare at Gabe and Morgan making introductions, a good distraction. If I concentrate on Nathaniel too long, I will melt, most likely a PMS symptom. It doesn't have anything to do with his ripped jeans, bare feet, and sculpted torso. Nope, that does nothing for me. My fingers have no desire to make a slow trip through his hair. Fun fact, PMS for women in their 40s is quite the head game. Some days I hate all men I see, and some days I imagine making out with all men who cross my path. Another fun fact, it's Wednesday, hump day. Did I hear you say you're renting for Mr. Hans? Yes, just the top floor and a shared kitchen. How about you, summer vacation? Nate slides his fingers into his front pockets of his jeans. With ease, he must not be bloated like me. Yes, I suppose you could say that. Okay, that's all I'm reading to you because I don't know where we're at on time and I have somebody behind the camera keeping track of time. And in case we're at 20 minutes, we just better stop. So here's the giveaway for the day. In case I didn't mention earlier, and maybe I did, I will be doing the giveaway for my newsletter if you came to this video via my newsletter. If not, you should be getting my newsletter. I'll put that link on the video if I'm savvy enough to do that. I will do a signed copy of the Holding You series, Holding You and Releasing Me. That is it for story time, you guys. Thanks for joining me today. We'll see you in 2 weeks for, I don't know, another bout of awesomeness, of course. So that's it.